we have come to the end of the road. Still, I can't let go. It's a natural. Ooh, you belong to me. Ooh, I belong to you. Hello, how are y'all today?
How in the hell are ya?
How in the hell are ya?
How the
Happy
hell are you?
Tuesday. It is so weird to be here on the Tuesday evening, y'all. I'm used to sitting here on Saturday mornings talking to y'all trying to wake up.
It
Woo.
is weird. It's very weird. I think next season I'll leave it up to you guys to see what time would work out for you. I don't know. I picked a Saturday at
Well, I think
10:30
that was
a.m.
I think it was perfect. What you
Oh,
think,
okay.
DC?
I mean, Saturday was good. I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do this Saturday morning. I'll be like, well,
I know it's going to be weird for the fact that this season of Big Brother is now over. It's almost like the end of football season. It's like now what do we do on a
the
Sunday?
snow is coming.
Right.
It is, and I think the craziest part about it is I think it seems like it went by so fast because we started in the middle. If we
Yeah.
had got this organized and started at the beginning, then maybe it wouldn't have felt like it had came up on us that quick.
Yeah, that's true. I figured that because I know Brianna had spoken about it before, but then she was saying she wasn't interested in doing it again because she didn't care for the castmates
Hmm.
or the players, and then that's when you came about and said that you would do it. So I was like, hey, I'll be a part of it. So all right.
And that's
So
what
my
I'm thinking. Probably what we can do going forward. I mean, I don't know if y'all want to do the Survivor. How far behind in Survivor are we?
I don't know, but I'm gonna watch all of them till I'm caught up. So I mean,
I think they started like the 18th of last month, so almost a month ago. What, three
I don't know,
weeks?
but I'm gonna
Oh,
watch it. I'm
I,
definitely.
I, I think, yeah, I think they started the 18th of last month. Hi,
okay.
Zulu.
So
Lisa
yes.
said they only 4 episodes.
Oh, 4 episodes behind. That ain't too bad. I mean, if y'all want to do Survivor, we definitely could. That would give us something to do on Saturday mornings
All
coming up.
right, so how about this?
Are you a Survivor fan, Mitri?
She won now. Uh-huh.
Uh, you know what, DC? I think Tucker was talking to me. Thank you very
No, you
much,
know.
Angela.
Ah,
Anyways, I remember when Survivor first started when I was in middle school. I remember when Richard won. I remembered when other people won, but I just don't remember who they were because I was more into Big Brother. Once in a while, I dipped and dabbled in The Amazing Race, but basically, Big Brother was the only show that I actually watched besides football on CBS. So, I mean, I can
Yes,
give
I
it a
thought about
shot.
that. That was Amazing Race. Shouldn't there be a new season about to start with that since Big Brother's over? I
I
feel
think
like
I could start at least if we were to do a review on that. If you guys wanted to, at least we would have like a head start. Planning ahead. Um, we were behind with Big Brother, so even if we still did Survivor, I mean, it's whatever you guys want to do.
yeah, well let's think on it. If Amazing Race is about to come up, then we might could just wait for that to start instead of
Hmm.
being so far behind with Survivor.
Right.
But if there isn't Amazing Race coming up, then we might could do Survivor. So I'll have to look at that. While we on here, I'll get my laptop out and take a look. But so outside of that, what did y'all think about the season finale?
It was what we already predicted, so I wasn't surprised. And on top of that, even though I wasn't surprised, and we already predicted who first and second was gonna be, or vice versa.
right.
Um, I do have to express my feelings with Miss Almond Brown 09 because lo and behold, I went onto my YouTube today, and because I had some things going on yesterday, I
Mhm.
had been spoiled alerted. And I scrolled the quickest I ever scrolled and almost lost my phone out of my hand. But
Hold
at
up. So
least
you got the spoiler you said yesterday?
from yes,
Almond
what was it
Brown.
today? It was from Almond Brown. I don't recall her ever posting anything about Big Brother I, it's, unless if I forgot and I just didn't want to be spoiled alert. But yeah, Almond Brown spoiler alerted me.
Okay. Well, see, now that's the thing, Mitri. I knew Alma Brown watched it because I think when I used to be over at Brianna's from time to time, she would engage with it.
Right. But see, it's
But
been
one
so
thing,
long.
but one thing I gotta tell you, Mitri, the finale was Sunday. Girl,
Yeah,
you
it
gotta
was.
watch it as soon as possible because somebody gonna spoil you because everybody was posting.
I know, but Sunday was more havoc than I expected, and so was Monday. I don't know how, but it did, and I got lost in the sauce. But either way, I am caught up, and I'm
Well,
here.
wonderful. Well, I just want to at least allow to give myself a pat on the back. So go me. Because every single thing that I predicted in our last thing came true for me.
Yeah, that was crazy though.
Didn't I tell y'all that Mackenzie was gonna be dumb enough?
Yep, she was
I
dumb.
mean, that was a no-brainer. I've been saying that all along with you. I think Jay Dunn, me and you were like really most on the same page every single time because even though I wasn't, I I knew Chelsea was going to be number one because how many times did I say that even when Chelsea didn't win anything, everybody still went to her for advice on how to play their game for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
Mackenzie, um, Chelsea even said that in her speech.
Yep.
She literally said that in her speech. So I said that every single week when we did our reviews. But it was still
Mm-hmm.
neck and neck because at the end of the day, you still kind of never know what the jury is going to do, even though you think you know what they're going to do. But there's been some times when it came to the finale and people that were in the jury were gung ho about what their thought was and their feelings and how they were going to vote, and they never did
Mm-hmm.
it. They flipped.
Yeah, bitter. The bitter jurors. Well, I will say the good thing about this season's jury is they were not bitter at all. I think they voted well for what we saw. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, I'm not, even though I was starting to dislike Chelsea, I'm not mad at the outcome because another thing, like what I was saying last week, she knocked them answers out the park. And
Yes.
I knew if Mackenzie had brought Cam was gonna stumble and fumble over his answers. That would have been her only chance to win, but she was blinded by loyalty.
Yeah, I would have brought Cam with me because I knew he would have, head still up in the cloud. And just like Julie brought up, you are a D1 athlete, and yet you only won one competition.
She kind of
And
put him on blast.
oh,
She did.
Aunt,
She did.
Auntie Auntie Julie put Cam on front street. The audience was already laughing before she even finished her sentence, and Cam even knew what she was saying because yeah, he was pretty bad. He was terrible. He sucked. It was a waste of space.
I would like
And
to
it's
see.
crazy.
I
Oh,
would
go
like to
ahead,
see.
DC.
I would like to see him on that. I don't know if y'all watched the challenge.
Oh, they'll more than likely put him on there. They're gonna feel bad, and he's young, so
But I don't even know if he could hang with them. Cause the challenge, they still got that MTV blood up in them.
yeah, they're
Like
mean.
If he
Oh,
They
speaking
get
of
done.
meme, this is a this is sort of kind of um off topic, but sort of kind of not. So I saw the preview for Villains because I do watch that show. I watched it from the first season, and they had one of the castmates from Road Rules on the Villains, and they also have another castmate. I think that was on Real World that's going to be on that show.
mm,
Um, so I think on the challenge, if he were to be on there, which I'm sure he will be, he would be the one that all the older and the very much younger girls are going to be going after. But it'll be interesting to see if he doesn't suck on that show.
Yeah. I feel like Cam, and it's not anything against his masculinity at all, but I think he too soft for like the challenge. Like
he
He
they
is. He you I don't know what how they do it nowadays because I got over it and it's the exact same people almost every single season, even though I haven't watched it. I just see the commercials for it. But when it first started, they had the good guys and the bad guys. I don't know what they are now. They now have like four or five, six teams with like 30 people. Um, if they still have the good guys, Cam would be on the good guys team and he would probably be like the very first one or third to be voted out. Because his head is in the clouds, man. Little boy got his head in the clouds.
yeah. To be honest, just how he even played Big Brother, I don't see how he could even be tackling somebody in football.
if
Maybe
I
he just
run
could run fast.
if I run into Cam in Maryland, I'm gonna have a few words. Like, what was you thinking? What was you doing?
Listen, make sure you bring Lisa with you.
That's
Because
what I wonder what Lisa think about his overall gameplay now. Cause throughout the season she was telling us about him and we need to go for the black boy and we need to go for the black people. But his overall gameplay was horrible. And
Terrible.
to believe that the only competition that he won was due to what's his name? To Tucker.
Tucker.
Oh,
You don't know
and
your
how
boy. You
about
don't know your boy name. What?
no, I know his name because he got that America's favorite too.
I know, right?
What I noticed is that all of our people were in the running for the three for America's player. I thought that was crazy. Angela, Tucker, and Quinn. Now
I
Right.
figured,
what is
I
the
figured that was,
likelihood of that?
I figured that that was going to happen because they practically had like the most personalities.
Right.
Even though
But
Angela got on my nerves.
we chose these people in the beginning before we even knew. That's why I'm kind of happy that DC had us pick these pictures.
We did
Because
pretty good.
yeah, the top three.
We
Why
was in
did
the
you pick
runner up.
Quinn though?
Hmm?
Why did you pick Quinn, Mitri? Because Quinn your favorite initially until he left?
No, it was just because this picture was just really funny looking, and I knew that was how he was going to look every single time he saw Leah.
Oh,
But
okay.
I kind of figured that he would be in the running for America's top favorite because he had personality. Tucker had a you couldn't help but not miss him, and the same thing with Angela. Um, yeah, so they all deserve to be in the running. But yeah, Tucker winning it, I mean, like at the end of the day,
Hmm.
he came out and yeah,
And what Julie was saying, which was something that had never been done, so we at least witnessed some Big Brother history, because they said that there had never been somebody who got out before the jury to win it. And Tucker didn't even make it to the jury, and he won America's favorite. So I was like, man, that's crazy. And I do want to say thank you, Tracy, for becoming a member. Thank you so much, Grace. Hey, Dolly Jean, and hey, Aluma Negro. Hey,
Okay.
Aluma Negro be over there at Lemons. I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, so is there really a whole lot that we could break down with the show? I mean, we had that HOH competition. Cam didn't win any part of the HOH. Just sorry. He had three. Well, no, he had two chances.
Yeah, he just sorry.
Is flatline for me on that response.
He just sorry when it comes to
Eh,
competition.
but how can you be an
Right. Go ahead. Say it. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with
it
your chest.
kills me. It just it freaking kills me because he's supposed to be this hot shot of an athlete. He's in his prime. He's a youngin. His whole um opening to us was him showing off all of his catching and running and throwing and I guess football skills and some other kind of skills because we didn't see him in a game at Big Brother at all.
Mm-mm.
And like if I would have been the most embarrassed. That's like not at the same um I'm thinking of the word but I don't want to say to mess it up. But that's like saying even though he's not the same caliber as like Serena and Venus Williams, that's like them going on the courts and they can't make it to round two for 2 or 3 seasons in a row.
Right.
For any of the grand openings because everybody already knows how good and great you are, but then you show up and then you don't show out. The flop. And
Yeah, it's
that was
almost
him.
like what Jay Wilson be saying, over promised and under delivered.
Let me
That's
tell you.
Cam.
Let me tell you, that's 1,000% Cam. I, as an athlete, even though I am old people, I was, my feelings were hurt and I was insulted very, very much. And then on top of that, he had the audacity, the nerve, and the gall to talk about how much of an athlete that he was. And you know who was more of an athlete, even though she was a D1 athlete, and I didn't remember her being a D1 athlete, and that was Mackenzie because she was just talking about her being uh, from the South and
Mm.
working construction.
Right.
So, it just shows to prove that just talking about it all the time doesn't mean that you're always about it all the
What do y'all think about the part from the last episode we were talking about how Tucker didn't believe Cedric said use the power of veto on him.
time. I was waiting for that. But Jayden, you go first.
Well, I was just gonna say, it seemed that Tucker realized that Cedric was telling the truth. That he ended up having egg on his face and had to give an apology, which it just makes you wonder how the game could have changed if not for that one move.
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking as soon as Tucker went off on Little Baby. Now I feel like I can call Cedric Little Baby now.
You
Um,
call him little baby? You must got a crush.
if that's the case, I've been called Little Baby too, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Um, um, but that Jadon, that was exactly what I was thinking because I'm like Tucker. I know has to be at his house and watching all of the shows going down and the replays, and he has to feel stupid. So I think Tucker deserves, or I think Cedric deserves, a night out with his boy Tucker and a whole entire night filled with apologies, an extra egg on his face, or a camwich in his face.
One thing I can say though, I am really disappointed how they distributed the money.
What you mean?
$750,000 for the first place winner. 75,000 for second place, and then Tucker. What Tucker ended up winning 25,000. So
Fifty
Tucker
thousand.
almost. Oh, Tucker got 50,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tucker almost got the same amount as Mackenzie. Stupid self. Mackenzie is so dumb. And hey, BB moderator member.
So, baby, nice.
Yeah, I'm just like the it's just like a huge landslide for what the first place person get. I think I would have just had to betray Chelsea. I couldn't have been loyal. She gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, has it always has it always been like that?
No, it's changed over the years. Once upon a time, I think first place was only 250,000,
I
and
do
then
remember.
second place got 50,000, and
Hmm.
then the America's Player got 25,000. So I think they just moved it up, just a little bit. But for the most part, I guess the first place person has always had the opportunity to get the most. Hmm.
I mean,
Chelsea, Chelsea
I
got
guess that makes I guess that I guess that makes sense. But you know what? Yeah, whatever. I'm not the one that's up there and won money, so
She said, I ain't winning. I ain't talking about it.
I'm gonna leave it alone. It wasn't me, so I even if it were to have been me, and especially if I had won. But see, at least Mackenzie has that like belt. I mean, she made history with the most amount of competition wins,
Mhm.
and that what was that veto or the HOH with Imhotep, the panda raccoon, whatever it was supposed to be. When she
Yeah.
didn't give to
Hmm.
anybody else, she didn't. I I think she forgot that she was playing against other people.
Hmm.
She was one and done. So at least she has that underneath her belt. So when they do like Big Brother All Stars or when they want to bring in a special guest, obviously Chelsea's going to be in the mix. Mackenzie, I think, is going to wind up being an all star. Probably Chelsea too, and they'll probably bring
And Cam.
and Tucker. Okay.
No, Cam.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
You say Cam.
Oh,
You say
okie
Cam.
dokie. All right.
So let me ask you who, as far as Chelsea, I don't remember what was her occupation before when she came in. I can't remember.
She is
Chelsea.
like a religious
Chelsea.
counselor or a religious mentor or something.
She she's a volunteer. Um, dang it. She's a volunteer somewhere. Um, obviously like where she lives, but I forgot the exact title. But I think she kind of helps runs it. It's like a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
Freaking janky.
I think Mackenzie they got money for some reason. Cause she seemed like she got money.
Well, you see how young her parents are?
Yeah.
Her parents are, I think her parents are probably actually younger than my sister because my sister is 22 years older than I am. So I think that her parents are maybe a little bit younger than my sister. Like they're young, young. And she's only 21.
Right.
She's a baby. Um, but I thought Cedric was the youngest player. But I know he's like, what, 22 or 23? I don't think he's far behind.
No, Cedric was the youngest. No, Mackenzie 22. I bring the thing back up. Mackenzie was 22. Cedric was the youngest one. Um, yeah, Cedric was 21. Mackenzie was 22. Which that was another thing because Mackenzie in her little speech, she was like, and I'm just glad to be one of the youngest players sitting here in the final two and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, now don't try to let your age work towards you now that you done took the wrong person with you.
She gonna look
It
back at
wouldn't have worked.
I'm one of the youngest people that ever sit in one of these two chairs.
So, and, and
I'll be like, next.
what is your point? That's like, wasn't Kenny the oldest? I think him and Ansel, I mean, only by like 1 year, right? 52, 53.
Yeah, I put the little thing up if you look on your phone. Remember I had that little chart that has their ages? I put it up.
Yeah, 2 years. So Kenny was the oldest. So that's like Kenny throwing out there, I didn't tell anybody this, but I am in a PD and I am the oldest person in the house. I was afraid that people are going to go against me. You know, the whole
Shadang.
I am old people card, which he's not. He's still very young. Um, and Angela was just the second youngest, and everybody, like I said before, there was not one person that was in their 40s.
Yeah, and the one thing too, that I will say about how this game went, um, in my prediction from last week. Remember, I was comparing them to Derek and Cody. Now
Yeah.
think
Right.
about it, Mackenzie. Because even with Derek and Cody, Cody won that last HOH. Cody was younger than Derek, and Cody brought Derek's rump to the end to be loyal and lost.
Right.
Mackenzie did the same thing. I was
Hmm.
like, it's crazy. The same exact thing, just women doing it this time.
It was a cookie cutter. That's basically what it was. So when I saw those two, and I would watch Derek and Cody, um, after the episodes, I think maybe I caught like one episode of them on YouTube. But I'm looking at them, and I was looking at Chelsea and Mackenzie, and I'm like, if y'all two aren't just the four of you guys just aren't the same, then I don't know who else is. That's creepy.
Now, I
That's
will tell
weird.
y'all one
Okay.
observation that I had as well from watching the finale. Now, when they had the family videos, when the family was able to give them a video while
Hmm.
they were still up in the house, Chelsea, her family members was white. But why at the finale it was black people sitting there for her? I was so
Maybe,
confused.
maybe
No,
when
they were completely light skinned during that video. It's just that the lighting made them look like they were white. Just like I was telling you guys before, that reminded me of when me and my mom would look at our pictures. My mom she's light skinned. I am not, as you can tell by my, well, not this picture,
I'm about to say
but
I'm looking at let me see. You look white to me.
not not by this picture, but you know, like if you've seen me, you know, cam up before on somebody's panel or the picture before I changed it to Quinn's, I'm nowhere near light skin. My mom is very light skinned, but she would always joke and go, "Who's that white woman hugging you in that picture?" I said, "Mom, that's you." And she's like, "What?" I need to start putting myself out there in the sun. So my mom was obsessed with getting herself a little color. And the fact that her parents are out in the audience and there was no lighting,
Mm,
that's where
We could see that they were black.
they true color.
the
Right.
real color, melanin.
Yes. So now, okay, so it looks like Tucker and Rubina, they still have their love connection. Are you shocked or surprised?
No, how about when he was the AI? Remember that? And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't know. He apologizing to her, talking about some I'm so sorry.
Because he had done messed up that woman game. Mm-mm. I was like, what? And I'm pretty sure she wanted to just roll her eyes at him. But I mean, even with him messing up her game, she really got as far as she could get, I
Hmm.
Hmm.
think. Because she got very far, but she just didn't win the last couple of times when she needed it.
Yeah. Um, I when Tucker got sent home and he was still wearing that stupid outfit that they had him wear, um, that was when he was crying. When Auntie Julie was asking him if he still had feelings for her, or if it was just like in the house, or if it was going to be outside of the house. And that's when he first started saying how he felt bad by that, you know, AI thing. So for the fact that he still got so sentimental about that and got her that rose, oh my god,
But I mean, is that rose really worth all the money? He better be lucky he won the America's Player. He better give about $5,000, maybe
something,
10, for her
something,
trouble.
because she went through it. Man, did Rubina go through it. She went through it like
Hey, I gotta put y'all on mute. I'm getting a call. Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah. And now what did Mitri, one thing that I did want to ask you about the showmances as well. Now Quinn and Leo, are you still buying that they have a genuine showmance, or that Leah really has genuine interest in him? Now that the season is over and how you saw them be towards each other in the season finale.
well, Leah did admit that she did have a or that I mean, how rude. Ugh, popular people in their phone calls. Um Leah did admit that she did have a crush in front of Quinn in the jury house. So I want to say that she actually meant it. But because I think that'd be kind of crappy of her if she was just saying that just because she was on national or international TV show. What do you think?
What that Well, that's what I was saying back then when it originally happened and we discussed it. I sometimes wonder if production didn't have a say in that, like to kind of egg on the showmance between them two more than what they really. Because I guess the only thing that I'm having trouble understanding is she seemed much more affectionate with Cam in the house over the season than Quinn. So I guess that's why I'm like, well, how can you switch um to Quinn now that you got voted out?
Maybe because she really didn't want Quentin to know that she really liked him. And even though what was seen or what we saw, that doesn't really necessarily mean that she was like head over heels for Cam. Because remember,
Hmm.
she is a chubby chaser, but there is also a way to win somebody's heart,
Oh
even though
yeah,
there
I
is
keep
no
forgetting about
chubby
the
involved.
chubby chaser. Yeah, I
Right. And you
forgot
know
about that
what?
part.
Quinn might look like he is sticking bones, but when he took that shirt off, when he was so excited to see Tuck and Rabina making out, Quinn got some meat on him. He got some fat on him.
Hmm. Well, I
He's
don't know.
definitely
Well, he might be closer to her type because I think she said that she wanted somebody with a dad bod.
that
A
was him.
dad bod.
As soon as he took
Yeah.
that shirt off and jumped around, and I saw that belly move, I said, "Yep."
You said
That
belly
he was
move.
her type. Yeah. Not Quinn was over there belly dancing.
You know the
Belly
belly
dancing
roll.
and belly dancing, belly rolling the belly and everything. Didn't even need the hula hoop. Screw the hula hoop.
Hey, y'all think Chelsea gonna pursue Cam outside now?
That's a good question.
Did you guys hear what Kim said though when they were at the table and they were talking about friendships and showmances?
What he said?
He basically and they looked right at Chelsea. Maybe I might have been dissecting this
Hmm.
too much, but he did not look at Chelsea when he said the word showmance.
Hmm.
Like not at her, not definitely not like at Mackenzie. Like the eyes were just like floating all over the place. I mean, I don't know. Oh, and then Kim said that to Julie that Chelsea is like his sister. So,
Yeah.
But one thing too that you have to keep in mind is Chelsea is now $750,000 richer.
so you think Cam's gonna be like, hey, we don't have to be sis and bro anymore.
You know, I always had my eye on you up in the house. I just wanted to save my game, so I had to keep it distant.
That part.
Oh my god, that is so weird, and that reminds me of people right now so much that I don't want to talk about it. But that that would be very interesting. I mean,
Yeah. I
it,
was wondering about that because I was like, I wonder if if he's gonna give in since they're outside the house, and if she gonna keep pursuing him.
I mean, listen. She was the winner. She played the game. She did what she was supposed to do. She did awesome. She did amazing. She was a bomb.com. She was all that in a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. She was the burrito with my extra cheese. And if she would all of a sudden fall into Cam's hands when he goes, "Hey girl, you know, I really liked you in your 750,000. I mean, I really liked you." She would be a fool. She would be the biggest ding dong ever in that game. She'd be stupid. But who am I? Who am I?
That's
Well,
to be
that's
continue.
well, and that's what I was gonna say. That's one of the things about those showmances. Yeah, it's horrible for your game and Big Brother, but once you make it out of the season, if you can potentially have one, it's good because a lot of times they'll end up putting you on Amazing Race.
Hmm.
Oh, on the challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, but didn't they have an Amazing Race Big Brother edition before?
I don't remember. Don't
No, they
know.
didn't have that addition, but they had people from. They
Okay.
Hmm.
had.
Yeah, I think that they should do Amazing Race Big Brother edition because then they ain't got to go catch the new people. Just bring some of these showmances back.
No, I think this is what they should do. Since they had the Big Brothers in the Big Brother house, they need to be on Survivor outside. That's where they need to be outside doing Survivor.
Well, if I don't know, that'd be
Well,
interesting.
see, well, remember they brought Sari from
Yep,
Survivor to Big Brother, but I think making the Big Brother people transition to the wilderness,
that's
they
backwards.
they barely know how to clean up their kitchen. They don't be cleaning up their kitchen and washing the dishes. Angela had to do everything, and once they voted her out, then they couldn't do it. Cause I kid you not, when watching the live feeds for this season, I didn't watch it much because I didn't want to be spoiled because of this show. But in previous seasons, for some reason, that kitchen, the Big Brother kitchen, always be full of ants. I don't
Mm.
know why. And that's what made me be like, y'all need to clean up. But then it be certain people that use that as part of their gameplay to make sure that they are the one that's keeping everything clean so that way people will keep them around.
Yeah,
But
we
they
talked
always
about that.
have ants in there.
I think we
Hmm.
talked about that last week when you brought up what's her face? I had forgotten all about her. She cleaned her way to a win, literally.
June. June did that. Hey, Bossy Don Diva, she said the challenge and Amazing Race are the best. I'm trying to get through Big Brother, but it's challenging. Oh, Bossy Don Diva, well, we talking about the end of it, so hopefully we don't spoil you too much.
Right?
Yeah,
But
don't
yeah,
if this is gonna be a spoiler alert, click us off.
Because we talking about everything.
Everything.
yep, because the last season, the last episode just aired on Sunday, so that's why we here this evening talking about the episode that we saw Sunday night. So I'm trying to think. Now the first part of the HOH competition, I think Cam should have been able to do better in that, but I'm happy that Chelsea won it. Now the second part was the one that it was Cam against Mackenzie. What was that second part? Do y'all remember what that second part was?
The second part, wait a minute,
They
hold
had to
on.
answer questions about basically the season, like true and
Oh,
false.
oh, okay, okay. So a question was, and Cam didn't get it, and then the last one was Chelsea. And notice Chelsea and Mackenzie, even with them being the last ones, that lets you know that they ain't trust each other. That right there should have been a sign for Mackenzie to be like, let me bring Cam because she don't even trust me enough to just go ahead and let me have it.
But she still did it though.
She still
So
she still ended up
it's
winning on her own.
Right. She
I-
didn't say, I'm going to go ahead and let you win.
it was something else. But I figured that maybe Cam might have been able to win that first part of the HOH because it's endurance. Yeah, right. And he's talking about him being a D1 athlete and all this. Yeah, right. And he fell right after Mackenzie did.
Right.
I
So
honestly don't want to hear nobody brag about being D1 nothing ever.
please, can we please? I don't even want to know that you even know how to bounce a basketball or just throw it up in the air and you can actually catch it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear not a damn thing because it is mumbo jumbo. It is crockamimi. It's a whole bunch of BS. It's baloney. It's malarkey. It's stupid. And especially when you keep talking about it all the time, I kind of feel like I don't even think with Cam because it's not like he was gloating about it, but some people that were also very well known athletes, they sucked themselves. But that was because they jinxed themselves because they were talking about how much of an athlete that they were. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what was up with Cam.
So, are there any other highlights that y'all saw that was interesting with the finale? Or, well, Quinn did get to
Oh,
meet Julie.
wait a
What?
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I got one. What was
Mm-hmm.
that? I didn't take no notes. I got it in my head. Hold on, hold on. Oh,
Okay.
The Angela and Matt.
You
Oh, the
know
hug.
something?
That was
That
sincere.
was, but they hugged, but Angela still seemed like she had a grudge when she went and sat back down on her chair.
She was
Which
shady
is
though.
stupid. And so you got problems, girl.
I know, right?
You might
But
be
did
able to
y'all
do a
notice it?
very,
Because I was like, you gave him a hug, but then you
yeah.
still
It was
act
the
like you feel some type of way.
it was the exact same way like it was in the house.
Mm-hmm.
She apologized, but then she was still shading him, even like after he was out the house. And
Mm.
she still brought that during finale night. Like the both of you guys both walked out the house with like no money. The best that you did in the house was have your slow clap and do a Jennifer Coolidge impersonation, which was actually pretty good, and I did smile ish. I cracked a smile. Um, but other than that, what is it?
Well, and my thing is, when you really think about it, she couldn't stand Matt from day one to day 100.
She couldn't.
Girl, you
She
didn't
has a
have no
problem.
progress, no
Mm-mm.
progress in 100 days, or however long they was there. And hey, paid up, welcome. We just talking about what we saw in the finale. We really don't have too much of a rhyme or reason, but just calling out different things that we saw. DC didn't make any notes for us, so we don't. So we kind of just freestyling tonight.
Yeah, because I was
And
showing
Bossy
up
done
staring. I
did.
said, I am not right. I'm not typing. I was staring at that thing the whole I was like, I even got up and watched the second part early in the morning. That's how bad I was watching because I got sleepy.
But see, I don't know if y'all realize it, but that's why I messaged y'all and I said final HOH. I messaged each one of y'all about it because Mackenzie won it. Remember, we all three had our picks.
Right.
Yep.
DC picked him, Mytry picked Chelsea, and then I picked Mackenzie because I was like, well, let's make it fair or let's make it fun. And so the fact that she pulled out that final HOH, I was like, come on now. But by that point, DC texted me back and was like, I haven't watched it yet. And I'm like, oh, hell. And then Mytry didn't even watch it yet.
Yeah, I was like,
So
wait a
then
minute.
I just stopped texting. I just kept it to myself.
No, I replied.
No, you did reply, but I'm saying that I knew that you had not watched yet. I don't think you had.
I
I
I
don't
I
believe you had
was
watched it.
it I it was just a lot and just too much going on. And then with the time change, because then that's when I messaged you and I was like, oh, so they're gonna come on at 9 o'clock instead. And I gotta get up early in the morning and it's not gonna go up till 11 or a little bit somewhat maybe a little bit after. And I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to keep the eyelids, my eyeballs burning.
No, that's fine because when I saw it was 9 too, I was ready to change it because even Even with it going on 9, you don't finish the show until 11. Then if we would have came up here and talked for an hour or two, that's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Mm-mm,
Yeah, that's
no.
why I said I couldn't do it because I get up at 5. So, yeah,
You would have been sleeping on us.
I would have
Right.
been. I'd be like, hey, y'all, I'm here. Yeah.
But I don't know why they ended up pushing it back. Do you think it was because of the football games?
Yeah,
Because
I
I
was
thought
thinking that
normally it
too.
would come on at 8. Somebody had to go into OT or something on Sunday.
You know what? I don't remember because I was so caught into everything that was happening that day and still trying to catch up on stuff, in the beef sector and then trying to get ready for our review. Then they switched the time. I don't know if somebody went into OT or if it was 60 minutes. It was 60 minutes. It was 60 minutes.
It was 60 minutes.
It was
Which I don't
60
even,
minutes.
why does that even still come on? Do y'all watch it?
why you say
Listen,
it like that?
listen, you know 60 minutes has been on since like 1985. I
Okay.
think like
Yeah.
the year or the year I was born. So we're talking about going on, I'll be 38 next month. So we're talking about almost 40 seasons. So
I said, why does it still come on?
Because every single time I get ready for Big Brother and I see that clock ticking, tick, 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 tick,
yep.
tick, tick, tick up on the
Yeah.
screen, I'm like,
You like, oh shit, here we go.
Listen, why do you think ever since they started getting picky with that, I would make sure that when I record Big Brother on the DVR and if I don't watch it when it first starts, I'm good because then I can fast forward and I'm making sure that every second and every minute of that show gets recorded because before I got hip to doing that, I would record it for like its hour and I forgot about either football or 60 minutes. And 60 minutes and football would run in like a whole 30, 40 minutes. And it would cut off the first half hour or the first 40 minutes of Big Brother. And I said, can't do this again. So by the time when I record it and it's on the DVR, it shows that it's been recorded for, if it's for an hour, it's recorded for an hour and a half. If it's for 2 hours, it's recorded for 2.5 hours.
Mm.
So I'm good, and then I can save myself from the commercials. But it's for the old timers, and sometimes they have some interesting things, that's going on in the world.
But they can pick
You
another
know,
day.
they could pick another day, pick a Monday, pick a Monday, please.
right.
Maybe we need to write in or text or email or call Big Brother and tell them about themselves. Can you guys?
I know that on Sunday, normally I watch the Big Brother through Paramount Plus through my phone.
Mhm.
Or I have a smart TV too, so I could do Paramount Plus on there. But Sunday, I actually put it on regular cable to watch it, just so that I could get the real commercials like everybody else.
Mm.
And I was happy that I did it because the suspense was heightened throughout the entire thing. But it's just sad that we predicted this outcome like 4 weeks ago. And see, this is one of the
Yeah.
things, the gripes that I have about predictable seasons. That's why I love this season at the beginning because
Hmm.
it was so chaotic and unpredictable. You didn't know which way it was going to turn. And that was solely thanks to the AI arena. But once the AI arena was done, it became very predictable, even down to who was going to make it to the final two and who was going to win.
To me, it became predictable as soon as Tucker started winning all those competitions, and that was before AI. I called it. Because I don't have too many friends that watch it, and
Hmm.
I learned after the fact that I have some closet Big Brother fans,
Hmm.
and which is crazy to me because I'm like, girl, we could have been talking about this for like how many years now?
Uh,
Why you keeping this a secret, girl? We could have had like this conversation like two, three nights a week. Um, but with Tucker, I mean, the very first competition he won. I said, all right, he's going to start winning them more. And then as
Mhm.
soon as Mackenzie was winning them, I said, okay, she's starting to build, she's going to start building up her resume. And that was right after when he called her out on having America's vote, America's veto,
Mhm.
where she used it on herself, and he called her out on the fact that she had it, and she kept telling him no, and then she finally told him, which was stupid, stupid, stupid people. But
And
she made
welcome,
it to
Miss
the
Tawana. Miss Tawana just came talking about she late to the party. She asked why we mad. We not mad. We just talking about when the season started being predictable.
yes,
We
and
not
because
mad
Cam,
though.
I'm mad because Cam's a ding dong, but that's on him. He lost.
They ain't gonna look back at himself. He gonna be like, "Wow."
Yeah, how dumb and stupid did I look, and where was the athlete and I? Julie called me out.
Mhm.
Oh, look at Bossy Don Diva reminding us. You're right. So Tucker did win a lot of money already for being the America's sabotage person or the America's instigator. So I think he had won like $20,000 for being the America's instigator.
Oh yeah, he
Plus he
did.
just won 50. So he almost won the same amount as
That's McKenzie.
Mackenzie.
Yep.
Mackenzie, that was the
Yeah,
dumbest move, Mackenzie.
that is when Tucker won that, wasn't that the competition that Cam won the veto because he took that veto away
Uh
from
huh.
Tucker. See,
Yeah. Yep.
that's what that's why I'm like, I'm not all that great at math, but I do know that sometimes when the math is mathing and when the math ain't mathing. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, so Tucker won 50,000, not that much far off from what Mackenzie won. Chelsea won a boatload crap more than what Mackenzie got, but Tucker got that 20 grand.
Yes, he
Well, and
did.
honestly, that's how it should have been because Cam shouldn't have got nothing, which that he didn't get because he deserves nothing. So, and
Exactly.
also, Miss Tawana said, Chelsea skillfully, I meant skillfully won, and it was clear as day when she said she was about to step into her other side. And also, Miss Tawana got the count. So 20K for the instigator, 5K in a challenge, and then 50K for the favorite. So yeah, he practically won the same amount as Mackenzie. I know Mackenzie got to feel salty.
I would
Wouldn't you
too.
feel salty? Would you feel
You mean
salty
to,
if you was Mackenzie?
you mean to tell me I won 9 competitions, won one competition and blew every other player out of the water slash slime, came in second place just so Tucker could have gotten just almost as much as I did. Tucker got all that money and didn't even do any of the work. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we get it. We get it. You know what? I hate that hat. I hate that hat so much. I can't stand it. He wore that hat almost every episode. Oh my God.
Lord. Tucker did all right though. So I'm trying to think if we saw what y'all think about the fact that they didn't bring Dr. Will back. I thought about you when Dr. Will wasn't there because you kept talking about that man face. Oh, both of y'all on mute?
I was waiting on DC to go.
Hold on, I got a call. Y'all know I'm working at the
Yeah,
same time.
DC. Yeah, yeah. DC will be on mute periodically. But no, I was actually talking to you though. I don't know why you was waiting on DC. You the one that was talking about Dr. Will face and how he was a plastic surgeon and how his face looked crazy. And
Don't
I
be
guess
waiting
the
on
big
me.
and I guess the big brother gods heard you because now they done brought Taylor. And when I say
Yeah,
Taylor was
thank God.
funny,
I couldn't believe it when they said that Taylor was going to be the one. I said, "Oh, thank you, Jesus," because why, Dr. Will? He just it looked he I remember the very first season when he came back as like the special guest to host one of the competitions or whatever,
Mhm.
and then they started bringing him as to being the one for finale night to ask all the questions for the jurors.
Mhm.
And I thought to myself that that man had either he went to Mexico to get a BBL done on his face, or he is extremely allergic to bees because they don't look right. How are you a plastic surgeon and you're? I don't get it. I don't get it. You look. I don't get it.
Well, it's not
Mm-mm.
like he could do surgery on himself though, Mitri. That's the
I
thing.
mean, it kind of looked like he did.
He was practicing. He must have practiced.
He was practicing on himself with a bunch of bees. And or like those 80-year olds that's in Miami and they get all that work done on their face and it looks like they had like a balloon in their mouth and they blew air in it and everything else just blew. It just mm-mm. So I'm glad Auntie Julie gave me a break because whew, this girl over here could not do it anymore. I couldn't stand it. Um,
So Miss Tawana is already trying to ship Mackenzie over to Survivor or the Challenge or even the Amazing Race. And Bossy Don Diva laughing at you about the BBL on his face.
I don't know where I got that from. It's it. I don't know where I got that from, but the face and just it was just ill. And I was glad and happy to see that Joseph had admitted he to himself. Why did I say that I had the same game as Dr. Will? Why? That's a lie. No, I don't. I'm like, you did all this big talk. You had all this game. You had your serious face in front of Angela, putting her down because you're being an egotistic twat and a
Well,
dimwit.
but that's
But he
one of
knew,
the people that I almost forgot was even there. Uh,
right. But
yeah,
God
Joe.
bless him because he's, I guess, in Florida and he was dealing with Milton. He said that he thought about not even showing up for the finale. So God bless him. But he
Yeah.
admitted that he's not close to Dr. Will and Dr. Will's game. I think there's only but maybe a pinch of people that had the same game as Dr. Will. And I think that was even before Dr. Will and like right after. And that was really nobody else. So Joseph was far
Well,
freaking
it's
from
good that he
beautiful.
not living in delusion anymore because that was definitely delusional of him to say.
I mean, as soon as he got into the confessional, he goes, before he even sat down, he opened up that door, he walks in before his beaver behind ass sat in that seat. He goes, I don't have anything close to Dr. Will's game. What was I talking about? That was stupid. That was dumb of me. And I said, he saw the light. But I guess at the end of the day, if you're trying to play the game and talk big, you say things like that and have everybody look at you like you're stupid. Like he was trying to tell Chelsea that him and her had the exact same game of playing, and she almost had a stroke because she was laughing so hard. Delusional at his best, buck teeth and all.
He was weird to me.
He was weird. He is
He
like
was weird.
that porn star that was on the site and just because he had a big schlong, and that was the only reason why anybody would touch him. Anyways, so what else did you guys think or wanted to touch up on?
Well,
And
let's
I'm
see.
still here, y'all. I'm just listening. I had to come up in the kitchen real quick, but I'm still here.
No kitchen breaks.
Girl, no. If you was one of my members, you would know that my sink had clogged up yesterday. So I had to be with the Drano. And it's finally actually moving. Thank the Lord.
Right?
Also, it was you making all that noise. I haven't
The,
been in the kitchen
the
yet. You know
plumbing
how
is
long it's been
not.
open?
I've been on mute, please.
Oh, so that was Lisa.
Did all the chicks? They Tawana, did we say that part? She said something about about Rabina and Tucker.
I think we did. I think Jay Dunn was asking us about that. Um, there are a lot of moving parts with the Rabina and Tucker, so she might have came in. Miss Tawanda, you might have came in. I think after,
I
maybe
don't think
probably after we talked about that.
I don't think they're gonna last. I don't think it's gonna work on the outside.
Well, who knows? You know, maybe she might want to bring him along and revamp her YouTube channel and have him on roller skates and with that stupid hat of his.
I mean, yeah, but he seemed like he play a lot.
Only time can tell.
Right?
So we shall see.
We'll see.
Because I used to follow Big Brother on Instagram when I had Instagram,
Mhm.
and I got all the updates on everybody's life
Okay.
when this couple got married, when this couple had kids. Um, then I think it was last week when I was asking you guys if you had heard about Scrappy and what's her face with a baby now
Right.
and all of that stuff. Yeah, because she wasn't a part of the cookout. I think she was a season after the cookout, and they were trying to mimic it, and it didn't happen. I know her name, but of course I forgot it again. I just
You talking
remember
about
that
Bailey?
Bailey,
Well,
yeah, because
actually,
she got
you
so
don't know either one of their names because you still call this
I
man
call him
Scrappy every
Scrappy.
time.
Scrappy, Scrappy.
I still call him Scrappy. You know what? I was very serious because I didn't stop to correct myself and didn't care and I didn't stutter. So that was
I
his
was gonna
name.
let you have
At least I didn't call him little boy. I gave him an actual name.
Well,
it.
no, just the way that you be calling that man Scrappy is how Mister Wanna be calling Rabina Albina. Albina.
Albina,
uh, yeah, Miss Tawanda gave that girl a whole bunch of names. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't help it. Bailey, I should remember that name. I just remember when she went off on everybody and she was so angry and so agitated and pissed and irritated that she made her gums bleed. I'm like, I've never seen somebody go off on anybody, not even in real life, and they made their own mouth bleed. I said, okay, she gangsta. Maybe her and little Scrappy would be good together. I mean, whatever his name is.
Swaggy.
Swag. It starts with a S.
Swaggy, yes.
Ends with a Y. That was close. Swag, Scrappy, you know.
But yeah, to anybody that was in my members on the last night, y'all, my sink is fine. So that's good. Man, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. But I had to put the whole thing of Drano up in there and then I let it sit over the night. So I was just checking on it to make sure everything was good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Drano can save a life and a sink.
Not only that, but that's what I was telling them. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man around these parts. I gotta be able to fix this stuff. I gotta be the one to do all the maintenance.
I mean,
So
I'm
I'm
saying
happy. I feel proud that I did it.
that only makes sense. And I know Zulu had your back the whole entire time, tool belt and all.
No,
No,
he didn't. It was probably his
Zulu,
fault that it was clogged. It was him.
No,
He did
no,
it.
Zulu was like this. Zulu say, "I hope she get this shit fixed. I don't want to hear her damn mouth."
I'm
Right?
hungry. I'm hungry.
I'm
If you in that sink, I'm hungry. You see how cute I
tired of hearing
am?
about this damn saint. Damn.
Lord, oh my goodness, that was gonna worry me. But patience is a virtue. But either way,
Well,
so now I'm back. I'm back attentive here about the Big Brother gameplay.
good. Yeah, it's gonna be weird now that it's. Well, yeah. So we're thinking about either Survivor or Amazing Race. So yeah,
At least it
Survivor
say
already.
Amazing Race come on next year. So
Yeah, because that's why I was
Oh,
saying
so okay,
Survivor
so then it is
started.
Survivor.
Yeah,
I think
Survivor already started about a month ago. Started the
how about
18th.
we watch the first episode and don't cheat and go to the next one after we talk about the first one. Or we can watch the first two and then watch the next two and we can catch up.
Huh.
That's a lot
We
of
might,
remembering.
and not only that, but remember the first episode was 2 hours. I remember that 2 hour episode because it came on right before Big Brother one night. I
well
think it
watch
was 2 hours the premiere.
all
But
right, we can watch the first episode and then we watch the next two to catch up. See, if we catch up by watching two of them, because you can
two
watch
at a
two of them
time,
before Sunday come. I mean
Saturday.
Saturday morning. Yeah, you
Okay.
don't have to watch it all at one time, or we can catch up. Like I said, watch the first one, and then we can talk about it on Saturday, and then watch the next two. Talk about it on Saturday. What day it come on? I don't even know what day it come on.
It come on Thursdays, I thought.
Yeah, we can play catch up, and then once we
Hmm.
catch up, we be stuck on just that one episode. It's gonna take me
Okay.
about
Yeah,
5.
I think it come on either on Wednesday night or Thursday night. It might be Wednesday night, actually. It is
It's
Wednesday
one.
night. It's
Yeah, I was gonna
Wednesday
say
night.
it's one of those, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we could shoot for that. That'll give me something to listen to because I'm telling you, I just have my headphones on and I got this little holder for my cell phone that I just sit my cell phone in and I just be zooming doing what I gotta do for the day, watching or listening or whatever. So I see about the 2 episodes this week. What about you, Mitri? Are you interested?
She ain't got no
I mean,
choice.
okay, I guess I have no choice.
Give her a choice.
She
You
been she
now you
been
already don't force you already forced Lisa against her will to get into Big Brother.
she good.
Yeah, see, listen to her.
It's
You
over
know,
with. She made it through. See, she good.
Oh,
DC
and
is something
Mitri, I
else.
did put you on the spot today,
Who?
Of
Mitri.
course,
Uh
you
oh.
did. Oh,
Yeah.
at Pizarro's live,
Yeah, but D Miss O was talking
how I would be too
about you
nervous
doing
and shy, and she was
yeah.
surprised that I would do something. Yeah, I was in the chat. I was replying to it.
Oh, okay. And I told D Miss O that you said that you're gonna do your channel. Oh, and you never did even do that homework assignment that I told you to do. But did you see me build my charcuterie board on this channel?
I did. I was there during your premiere, right
So
when it
see,
first
Mitri, you
started.
see how easy it is? Now you know I was even able to do it. I think you can at least do you one little quick video with showing your hands and you can make something. Like whatever you like to do every day.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. It'd be pretty cool if I did join because um was saying before I worked at a wine bar and we had about 5 or 6 different charcuterie boards. Or
Hmm.
probably 8. We had about like a few for brunch and then the rest we had for like for late lunch and dinner, sort of kind of, and they were all kind of tricks to do all kind of fancy schmancy things. So I picked up a few secrets.
Well, good. And look right here. I know that both of y'all excited. Miss Tawana already watching Survivor right now, and she said Survivor got a male Angela on there.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
How interesting. A male version of
Mm-mm.
Angela. Maybe
Nope.
that could be our first homework assignment to figure out which one is the male Angela. But don't tell us, Miss Tawana. When we watch the first 2 episodes, then hopefully we'll be able to come back and say which one you was talking about as the male Angela.
That probably shouldn't be hard to figure out because this is Angela that we're talking about. So okay,
Oh,
I
thank
can.
thank you, Bossy Dun Diva. Yeah, them olives was getting on my nerves. I said it's much easier or it's much harder than what I thought. With people that do that for a living, it gave me another level of respect for them, especially for them to do it for a living, to make it pretty and have to serve it to people.
Yes, and
It
you're
was
talking
tough.
about me because I had to serve that to people that it was nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you had tables. You had tables of either 2 to 6 to 8 to 10 people, and
Mm-hmm.
there was wine involved. There were those uh what do you call them? They're like on those wooden little flights of wine, slushy wine, coffee brews with a little bit of alcohol in it, and all those charcuterie boards, and you only have but so many boards to use. And if you run out of your ingredients, try doing what you did times 50 and having to use over 100 different ingredients and serving drinks at the same time. Yeah, it was a lot,
I can
but it
only
was fun.
imagine.
It was fun. So yeah, you and those olives.
But I'm thinking if we about to start doing the survivor reviews, then this got to be more inspiration for you to, if you're gonna gear your channel, because you could be growing that channel while we doing these reviews, Mitri. And that way, while doing these panel reviews with me and DC, your channel is still growing at the same time as you doing it. Maybe
Yes, and
the next time, we're gonna have to get your link to drop up in here. But your channel is very easy to find because you're the only person with the name like that.
yes. So I know like a few places where I mod at, we can drop our channels, and it was somebody else's channel that I'm not a mod in, and they were dropping my channel. So I have gained some more subscribers. I'm getting there slowly but surely, but I feel like this would be a, a cool way for it to be like an outlet for me where I can take my time with being able to share all of this stuff, with cooking basically, and figure out what else I would like to roll in there along for content. But that would be like the first thing that I would like to do.
Well, that's what's up. Well, I guess so. We got a plan. Miss Tawana watch Survivor, so she gonna be up in here with us. So at least we know we got our one person for sure that's gonna be up in here for the Survivor stuff. So I'm prepared to watch the first two episodes to be ready to discuss those on Saturday. Um, I know one was like the first one was like 2 hours, but then the next episode is only an hour, so that's roughly like 3 hours, which ain't too bad. Luckily,
Oh,
I have Paramount Plus. But wait a second, you typically have to DVR yours. Do you have
okay.
Paramount Plus, Mitri?
No, I don't have Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But I I'll see what I can do. So to see if I'm going to wind up being, you know, too far behind or anything, but I'll keep you guys up to date.
Okay. And yeah, and don't be afraid to say no, Mitri. DC, she think because she the oldest, she could just tell people what to do.
You damn right.
Yeah, she's very bossy,
Out
extremely
the
bossy.
way.
But yeah, don't feel obligated if you are unsure. Cause I'm pretty sure that we could scoop up somebody else that been watching it. Mr. Wanda needs to click this link and get on up here. She said, I will be here front and center. I am enjoying y'all because my real life folks don't like what I like on TV. That's what's up. Well, yeah, so we'll at least do it. Just give it a thought, Mitri. And I guess if we ain't got nothing else, I'm going to hit it because we really don't have no predictions to make now because it's over and done with. Y'all got any final word?
Final word.
Uh, Girl power.
They did the damn thing.
And
They
go
did.
go Guardians. I mean Cleveland Indians. Go try. We're gonna beat the Yankees tonight.
Oh, y'all got a game tonight?
Yes, this is game two. Last night we lost 2-5. So we shall see how this goes.
I
Well, if
got
I
it.
don't end up going and find anything else to watch on YouTube, I might try to watch the first Survivor maybe tonight. So we'll see.
Alrighty then, sounds good to me.
All right. What about your final word, DC?
My final word was this was a show. I mean, unbelievable with the characters. I think they all need to go in acting school. Oh,
Hmm.
that um, damn! I'm not gonna hear Angela cry no more. That's just be painful.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Oh, oh, one thing that I just thought of that is related, and I would have shared it, but I figured that Mitri probably hadn't watched it, so I didn't. I don't know if y'all remember the lady from the B sector. She used to be in the B sector when the B sector first started, called Blockhead Boss Lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
now she got her channel called Kamisha Reviews. And y'all, why in the heck I was scrolling through my YouTube yesterday and she was on there doing a one-on-one interview with Chelsea?
What's her name?
Kamisha Reviews.
You gotta smell
She
that.
used to be Kamisha Camesh. I want to say IA in their
Oh, there you go. It
reviews.
popped up.
Well, if you should see her most recent video, it's an interview with Big Brother winner Chelsea.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yep, she kind of went the path like what Wiley did, where Wiley started off over here with us and then he ended up catapulting into celebrity. That's kind
Yeah.
of what she did. And I was just really impressed because the day after the finale, it's hard to score an interview with the winner of Big Brother or any show like that. So the fact that she was able to score a damn interview with Chelsea the day after Chelsea won, that put her up a notch in the big leagues.
Yeah, it did.
That's crazy. I was always thinking to myself, sometimes I'm like, I wonder where so and so is. I haven't seen their name around in a while. I haven't heard them in a while. And that's what she's up to. That is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I discovered her a couple of years back on Twitter because her video came through my Twitter feed when I was following Big Brother. And I dropped down up in her chat just talking, and she was like, J Dunn, you don't know who this is? And I was like, no, who is it? And she was like, this Lockhead Boss Lady. I was like, girl, no, that's you. I
Wow.
didn't even
She's
know
come a
that was
long
her.
way.
She cut her
So she
hair.
totally revamped her channel. Totally revamped it. So she doing good over there. So I only tell y'all that because she might interview Angela coming up. Who knows? Seems like she got the plug. So
You're
Angela might
gonna
be over there crying.
more than likely looking like Jabba the Hutt, of course.
Angela might be over there crying during her interview. But definitely keep an eye out on that because I thought that was very, very impressive to say the least. Definitely worth mentioning.
I think we gotta step our game up now.
Right? Because somebody that already got there, and I'm like, dang, that's just amazing. Because it was like on that day after the finale, y'all have to know that the winner they go from interview to interview to interview to interview. Like that whole day yesterday, I'm pretty sure Chelsea had to do about 50 interviews.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And for
nonstop.
yeah, and for Kamisha Reviews to be one of the people that got an interview, that is crazy.
Big ups to her. You're gonna have to tag me for her channel because I'm not gonna be able to spell that name correctly, y'all.
Hold on, I got
Well,
you.
I didn't tag it yesterday because I knew that she had the spoiler of the winner there, and I didn't know if you had watched it or if you was waiting till today.
Good
Oh yeah,
thinking.
DC a moderator, so DC should be able to
Oh, I'm
drop
about
it.
to put it. I'm about to put it there.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, Miss Tawana said she interviewed Cam and Mackenzie too.
What?
That's what's up. So she on the lineup.
She
Probably
got.
as they trickle out, she getting her interviews,
She got the
which
tail.
is crazy because I mean, this lady back in the day when she was in the beef sector, and I remember because me and this lady we bumped heads once or twice.
There
She
you
used to
go.
work at Walmart, and just imagine going from working at Walmart to now she done actually catapulted her YouTube career to where now she is able to do these interviews in the way that she is. I think that that's amazing.
That's
Just
more than
shows where
amazing.
hard work could get you.
Oh man, well, because I'm on my phone, I can't hit the link. So
Oh, okay. That's fine,
I'll
Mytry. I get it, and I can send it to your email as well. No problem.
okay.
Okay. But yeah, well, I guess that's gonna be it. We said our final words. We're gonna subscribe to her. I'm gonna definitely check out her other interviews. And I guess we'll see y'all on the flip side, y'all.
All
Thank y'all
right.
for the support the entire season.
Come back
Thank
to see
you
us on Survivor.
guys.
We gotta come back. We're doing Survivor next.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Jay Dunn and DC, and thank you to everybody that came out and hung out to watch us during this. Is really really cool. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. And I guess that's all. Take care, be blessed, don't stress, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.